A career criminal accused of burning down the all-American Christmas tree right outside our door on Fox Square is back out on the streets without bail.
Yeah, it's all despite being charged with multiple misdemeanors, including arson and reckless endangerment. Joining us, co-host of Outnumbered and former White House press secretary Kayleigh McEnany. Kayleigh, good morning. He was charged with 7 different things. He had 3 prior arrests. The sad thing, though, is that it comes as no surprise that he was released without bail.
Yeah, it comes as no surprise. Craig Tamanaha, as you noted, has a history of criminality. What did he do after he's leaving the courtroom? He lashes out at reporters. He denies that he committed the arson, and then he asks for a cigarette. You know, his father has said this guy's a nut. You can't control him. And Carly, sometimes it just feels like you're watching things in slow motion. You know, the question is, what is this man going to do next? We hope nothing. But you compare this to Waukesha, where you had another man with a dangerous criminal record, and we also what happened at that Christmas parade. This happens all too often because of these, as you noted, liberal bail reform laws.
But Kayleigh, let's play lawyer for a moment. You're a lawyer, I'm a lawyer. We know that these DAs do have the capacity to charge up. They could charge us as a felony. Arson in New York is a felony only, though, if you intend to harm a person or commit a hate crime. But you and I both know the DAs, if they want to, they can charge up, yet they don't. And it's not just New York. It's liberal cities all over the country. At this point, do we just have to accept that this is going to be our way of life going forward here?
In liberal cities, yes. If you live in a blue city, yes. And you have a liberal district attorney, yes. If you have people like AOC who deny smash and grabs are even happening. I mean, this bail reform law that went into place, Todd, it allows you to get out without bail for things such as assault without serious injury, stalking, burglary, drug offenses. I mean, these are serious crimes. And you can just get back out on the streets and go on to commit more crimes that results ultimately, in some cases, in the loss of human life, which is such a tragedy because you just look at things and you say, boy, this looks preventable in hindsight.
You know, White House Press Secretary Jenssaki recently said that the Biden administration is helping with this crime crisis because the FBI is working with local police agencies who need help. But then the National Sheriff's Association, they released a statement on this front. They say several of the national trade groups representing local law enforcement have formed their own working group to coordinate a better localized response to the latest crime trend. This group aggressively sought federal law enforcement resources to assist in this effort. Thus far, we are unaware of any planned, orchestrated, or cohesive response by the federal government. So they say that what Jenssaki said is not accurate.
And Carly, I'm so glad that you bring the federal government into this, because oftentimes when we talk about these violent crimes, we talk about state and local jurisdictions. But the federal government can do something here. I remember when I stood at the White House podium, I said, if you defund the police, it will result in criminality. At a time when violent crime is coming down, why would you defund the police? And we've seen the results in Minneapolis. We've seen an increase in homicides, up 89% from a year prior. In New York City, up 74% from a year prior. And the list goes on. But we did things in the Trump administration. You talk about federal partnership with state jurisdictions. Operation Legend, named after a 4-year-old boy, Legend Taliaferro, who was shot in his bed and killed. Yeah. That operation of partnership resulted in the arrest of 467 homicide suspects. Anarchist jurisdictions, the president put out an executive order. If you're not stopping crime, we're just not going to give you money. There's going to be a consequence. There was measure after measure that the Biden administration either stopped or rolled back entirely, and now you see the results.
12 U.S. cities setting new records for homicides this year. That's one record. Here are some of them. Philadelphia, 523, Indianapolis, 246, Columbus, Ohio, 186. These are human lives. Yeah. And let's keep in mind, if you don't keep people in jail through bail reform on the minor crimes or the misdemeanors, if you will, this is what happens. Shouldn't Republicans make this their #1 campaign issue headed into the midterms?
Oh, it's definitely a top 3 issue, absolutely, alongside immigration and the economy. And we've seen it in polling that crime is a top issue. And, you know, a lot of these names are never mentioned. And at the podium, I tried to bring up the names like Jaslyn Adams and Secoria Turner and these beautiful little children who are all too often the victim of this, where outside of Fox News and the New York Post, really, you don't hear their names. But you're exactly right. These aren't statistics. These are names, these are families, these are lives. And in the most tragic of circumstances, these are children that pay the cost for reckless liberal policies.
You're absolutely right about that. You have a new book out. It's called For Such a Time as This, My Faith Journey Through the White House and Beyond. So proud of you for releasing this book. Tell us about it.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to write. Look, I talk about my time in the Trump administration, my time at the podium, holding the press accountable, all the things you would expect from someone who just left the White House to share. But just so much more than that, it's the role that faith played in my journey. A lot of people don't know how emotional I was before I went to the podium, and it took a lot of prayer from Sarah Sanders, a lot of hosts at Fox News, friends of mine, Christians around the country that prayed for the administration and helped me ultimately to get to that podium and helped us to achieve a lot of good for the American people. So it's a journey of faith. I think viewers will draw a lot of inspiration for it for their own lives, because just like I was put in that position for such a time as this, a reference to the book of Esther, viewers watching were as well.
And if you have a daughter or a granddaughter, I think this book would serve as such inspiration for them in their lives as well. Kayleigh McEnany, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and congratulations on the book.
Thank you so much.